Hey YouTubers, gonna do another tactics session with you guys. Again, these are relatively easy problems, rated around 1350 or so by the Chess Tempo site. So looking at this one, let's see, it seems like the first thing I'm thinking about is wanting to take that knight to draw the king to there, and then I have a check follow-up, but then he can just go back, so that doesn't quite work. Let's see, another idea would be maybe just check here, and then queen takes queen and pawn takes, and that looks an awful lot like mate to me. So that's what we're gonna do. Okie doke. Alright. So we're up a pawn, but it kind of seems like this must be the type of puzzle that leads to a mate or something, or I can win as queen. So the first thing I'm looking at is just playing f6, which I guess threatens queen a8. But he has this check here, which is annoying. And then once he gets that check, it looks like we'd have a lot of checks. So, so I don't think that's quite the idea. Okay, all right. Here's what it is. I'm going to play queen c8 check. He's going to come here or here, and then I'll push the pawn for a check and win his queen. This is the idea. Perfect. Moving along here. Alright, so the first thing to notice is that I could just take his queen, but he's still up in exchange and he has these two pawns which look pretty ugly. So if I'm not going to do that, then what? So I have a check right here. Bishop d4 check. He moves the king somewhere, either here or here. And then if I take, he takes back. I can play then d7, and if he comes here, the bishop is conveniently blocking. So I think that must be the idea. We check, and we take. Alright. That puzzle should have gone out a little bit further to show the idea, but that's okay. I think this might be a similar one. So it takes here, then push, but then he has that square to go to. So what if I just push first? If I push, he takes... Wait, okay, so I push, he takes, that doesn't work. I can take there, he takes back, but then I queen, so, oh, maybe that does work. Yeah, I think it's just push, he takes, I take with check, and then I queen. And if he doesn't take, then I will, so say he plays something like bishop a6 to protect, then I'll just take his rook, and I'll have to take back, and then I queen. So it's just push, take, and there we go. Couple in-game looking problems there for a second. Okay, what to do? I really kind of want to just take here, but that doesn't quite work. So I take, he takes back a queen, and then if I capture here to pen, he can just capture across. So that's not so bueno. I wonder if I can take here with my rook. If he takes, then I can take there with my rook and attack his queen. But then if I go here, he takes with his rook, I take back. He can't take with the queen because of this. So, is that it? What if he just does nothing? What if he just moves the queen back? Oh, okay, because if he just moves the queen back to defend the rook, then I would have rook takes rook, bishop takes rook, and then I can take there. So I think this has got to be right. Oh, well. I got the, please keep looking for a good move. You did not choose the computer's first choice. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so then what? What's our other idea? Do we capture here with the rook? So rook takes, and I see nothing. Okay, so what about bishop takes? So bishop takes, he can't take for the same reason. If he takes here, I can take here, and then I go there, and I've won an exchange plus the pawn. That's gotta be, okay, so I take here, he takes with the queen, I take it. I take here, he takes with the bishop, I take here, win the exchange. I take here, he takes with the rook, I take with the rook, he takes with the bishop, I take there, he takes with the queen, I take there. It's gotta be right. And we are. Giving, yep, perfect. Alright, so we're in check. We obviously can't take it. We'd like to take that boy, but we can't because we're in check. So the question is, do we go here or here? Those are our only two options. So by playing f1, he's got to check from here with his knight or with here. What am I even threatening? I'm threatening just to take this guy. So king h1, he has no more checks after king h1. And then, so say I play king h1, he plays rook takes, and then I could take pawn takes knight, then I could take here, and I am up a piece. So, but if I because if I play f1, then he's got this check, and then he can take here, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get a piece. So I think it must be this way. Just making sure that rook to d1 is nothing. I can just take it back. Alright. Oh, interesting. I didn't expect that. Why is he giving me his rook? I guess because whenever I capture there, I have a mate threat. We're going to take here. Okay. I think we just take the knight. Knight takes, rook takes, and then queen takes. Queen takes, pawn takes, and then knight takes rook. That's fairly straightforward. Okay. So I think I'm playing rook f2, which threatens not much of anything. Alright, new idea. So knight f2, knight takes, or rook takes. I'm threatening this, and I've won the exchange. So if I play here and he takes across, then I can go there. Let's see. So I go here, he takes, I take, he takes, I take, he plays in the corner. I can capture there and then play here and go win that pawn. Anything better? Anybody have any better ideas? Well, let's just do it. And we take, right? Okay. That doesn't make me go out very far. Alright, we're threatening this bad boy here. So I have this check with the knight, and I have, okay, so knight checks, he comes here, then I can play a double check of right here, or here. I think that one's probably better. Yeah, that one's better, because it controls this square, force him to the back rank, and then I have mate there. So I go here, he stays on the back rank anywhere, and then I just play check here, forces him back here, and then I play queen g1 mate. That must be the big idea. And we're good. Okay. White to play. What to do? Hanging rook, somewhat less defended there. This has got to be... okay. I was looking at check. He moves the king, and then I take. He takes there. Is there a fork from here? I do not see one. I do not think there's a fork. The only fork between this square and this square is right here or right here. Is there a way I can get one of my knights there with some tempo? Which basically means putting the king in check, which I only have one check. So here... aha. So it's knight e5, king d7, knight c5, king c7, rook takes knight, king takes, and then knight e4. That was a little trickery, huh? A little trickery. Alright. What's going on here? looks like I'm down a pawn. This guy here is hanging. Is there something I can do against that? Also looks like his queen might be close to trapped. Does this just trap his queen? I think it does. It looks like it. Yeah. Oh, interesting. He's just gonna give up the... Oh, okay. So he gives up the piece. Make sure I don't... So takes, and that's nothing special. So we gain a piece. Alright. What to do? What to do? If I play queen takes rook, and then he takes here, and then I don't have a check because my bishop's in the way. So that's clearly not an idea. Okay. I got it. So rook takes g6, pawn takes, bishop e6 check, something blocks, and then mate on h8. That looks pretty good to me. Excelente. Let's see here. This kind of looks like a bishop sacrifice. So like knight takes knight, bishop takes, and then bishop takes h7. But it doesn't quite work because I don't have knight g5. I do not have knight g5. Haha, it's this hanging rook thing. Haha. Little hanging rook off in the corner, that's always nice. Okay. What to do? I think I can just play check on g6 and win this rook. That looks about as good as anything. Let's do it. Do it to it. Alright. We're looking for some sort of a mate here. This position just smells like a mate. He's threatening so many discovered bloppity blah blahs. I don't really have a lot of good checks. I guess I have this one. And if he takes it, then just queen f1 is mate. And if he doesn't take it, then... I mean, his only way to not take that bishop is to resign. So... which is an option. You're not forced to do anything in chess. Oh, I'm in check. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I wanted to just take his bishop and queen and mate him. These are really... I really don't like these kinds of problems because I gotta like figure out like a million different ways of trying to make sure there are no checks. So from h3 he's gonna check here and I'm basically just headed back to where I was. From h1 his only check is from d5 and I could just take it. So but if I play h1 and he takes here, then I play rook takes. That's check. Sound like John Madden here. He comes back and then I take. And I've got a queen and a rook and a knight versus a queen. That sounds like about as good as anything. Okay. Alright. That worked out nicely for us. Man, 4 queens. I just lament about how much I hate calculating queen checks, and then it gives me this. Again, I have to assume there's a mate. Or I win one of his queens. He doesn't actually have a perpetual right now. White doesn't. He doesn't have he needs this square. He doesn't have it. So I have checks from here, so I check here, and he needs to stay in touch with this queen, so maybe he comes here. But then I have nada? I have nada. So maybe I check from here. Yeah, I check from here. He comes up, and then I was thinking maybe I could check from the back with my other queen, but I don't see that either. Think hard, double. No, that's not nice. We're not gonna. Let's leave the nursery thingies, whatever those things are. It's nursery songs, the rude ones. Let's leave those in elementary school. Alright, so check. He comes here. If that check's no good, he can just take my queen. Okay, if I go check and he comes here, then I have this check. But I'm not really hitting this queen anymore. The whole idea of that was to try to win the queen. Sometimes I get frustrated with these and I just make a move. Queen here, king. Wait. I don't like that. It doesn't do anything that I want it to do. Maybe it's just here. If he comes up, then I check from here. I don't know. We're just gonna. Oh, it's a good move, but not the computer's first choice. I imagine there's like a million ways to win this. Well, let's try this one. Also a good move, but not the computer's first choice. Okay, join. I don't have any other checks. I have here. That's obviously. Oh wait. It's pinned! Man, it's hard to think about a pinned queen like that. Okay. Come up with a good reason why I shouldn't play queen d5 check. That's your task. I suspect. So queen d5, and then he plays rook b f3, and then I play rook g1. He captures it. I take on f3. He comes to g2, and then I mate him. That's okay. Apparently, there's a faster mate. So I guess I can play. I can just do it this way. How is this not the same thing? He must have an extra move somewhere he can throw me. Alright, guys, this is going to be the last one. I forgot to check to see what time I started this, so I'm a little worried about how long it's getting. So I think it's going to be bishop f8, knight h7, rook takes, king takes, queen h3 check, mate. Yes. Oh, jeez. I guess I forgot that he could sack about half of his pieces there. Alright, guys, well, hope you were solving those along with me, and hopefully we're faster than I was, because that's not all that terrible to do. So anyway, enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.